what trends are exciting to you in the health space? And the reason why I'm saying that is, like in the sauna, we've talked about mastic gum, exogenous ketones, telemedicine. Like there's so many cool things that are popping up. Methylene blue. Is there anything else that you're interested in or you're seeing where you're like, I think these topics are a little bit more niche now, but they're going to blow up over the next couple of years?
The biggest trend for me right now is going back 200 years. It's friendships and relationships. I think that's the biggest wellness trend over the next 5 or 10 years is I'm thinking of it as multitasking without multitasking. Like so many of us have these glass balls we can't drop. I get it. We have families, we have careers, we have a mortgage where we have to work our job to be able to afford. But I think relationships with close friends is so overlooked as such a major form of wellness. So taking time to make sure that you're going to the run club, you're going to a communal sauna, you're doing contrast therapy with friends, you're having these communal dinners with small groups, you're hosting friends at your house. I think that's a massive wellness trend. And we all get caught up in, our day-to-day. I get it. But, I've had so many people in our sauna that leave saying, damn, I didn't know how much I needed that. And it's not so much like the sauna or the cold. It's like that conversation they had with 5 dudes in the sauna that they hadn't met. And they're like, man, I need to just hang out with friends more often. And I need to meet more people more often that are like-minded. So I think that is the wellness trend that I'm really lasered in on promoting is don't overlook how important friendship is, how important meeting new people is, and how important just doing these communal small group things are. Instead of going to the late night concert with 1 million people and you're not going to meet anyone, or going to a party where, maybe you'll meet one person, having cocktails, be really intentional with where you're going to meet new people.
It's funny you say that because I've kind of labeled 2024 as the year of the retreat. I've just seen more and more people start to pull these retreats together, and they all look awesome. It's usually 5 to 10 people going out and getting an Airbnb somewhere really cool, and they just spend a weekend together. And I think that's kind of almost a reaction to the isolation that happened a few years ago during COVID, but also I just feel like as we get older, we become so isolated in a lot of ways. So being able to spend a little bit of time on a weekend to go buddy up with some people who have shared values, who want similar things in life, it's that could change your entire year if you do that one weekend.
For sure. I mean, looking back on 2023, all of my most memorable experiences were because of the people I was with. It was the Founders Only retreats. It was being here in Austin and meeting a bunch of new people. It was being at the CrossFit Games and being a part of the Ice Barrel booth and meeting all the people coming through and doing contrast therapy there. It was the trip to Kauai with really close friends. It was all of those that are super memorable. It wasn't that, I made more money this year. It wasn't that I, bought a Tesla this year. It wasn't that we're renting a house in Austin. It wasn't any of the material things. It was all the people that I was with that are the most memorable things. And one of the things we did a couple years ago, Sarah and I created this gratitude jar where each night we'll write what we're grateful for, and then we'll have friends that come over also write what they're grateful for. And at the end of the year, we read all of those, and it's a reminder of how you want to design your life, and a lot of it was just fucking awesome dinner with Kate and Stu tonight. We just had a great conversation with them. So, I mean, those were the most memorable moments, were the people that we were with.
Cool. Yeah, your perspective on relationships is spot on. And I know Chris Williamson has talked about this. I think back to our dad's generations, guys in their, 50s, 60s, 70s, there's some abysmal statistics about how a lot of them will have one friend or less, which is pretty sad to think about getting into that age and how close a lot of us we are with our friends and thinking about that going away. And I do think our generation will kind of be the antidote to that, either through, social media or actually doing connected things where it's not going out to a bar. It's no, let's sit in the sauna or do something difficult together and actually tell me about yourself versus just making this kind of blanket small talk.
Yep. Can't agree more.